Okay.
I feel like crying.
Oh. Pause. We need tissue. Hi, I'm Julynn and welcome to Life of a Streamer. Today we'll be exploring Kiaraa, who is better known online as Kiaraa Kitty, a Twitch personality with a colossal following of 270,000 followers. She's a seasoned Twitch personality and she has paved her way into stardom through a variety of in-real-life streams, just chatting streams as well as travel streams. We'll get to know more about her outspoken personality behind the scenes and how she keeps up with all the current events to keep her audience entertained. So let's go! So we are here with Kiaraa Kitty!
Yay!
Thank you so much for spending some time with us, and we'll be asking you some questions today to get to know you more and let your audience also know your behind the scenes from your streamer life, you know? That's pretty cool. So first question, this is the most important question. Who is Kiaraa Kitty to you?
I don't want people to know my real name. So I thought of like Kiaraa. Kiaraa is actually the daughter of Simba from Lion King.
So Kiaraa Kitty, why two A's though?
So I had to have one like extra A. And because I don't like to have numbers in my name, like I don't like underscores, I find that it's very annoying.
So how did this persona of Kiaraa Kitty come about?
I don't think that I really ever have like to be honest, like an online personality. I don't think I really have one. When you first go online, you think that it's just to go online and go live, but you don't really know like what you want to do or how you do it. But certain things you do, like being controversy, obviously works. But then over years, you know, like I learned a balance. It depends on the situation and just blend in with like what they want to see and what they want to watch or hear.
So it's more of like what you choose to exaggerate.
Yeah.
But it's all your personality.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel that you're the same person online and offline?
I think that I don't ever want to tell people I'm like the same person online and offline because it's not realistic. Like since young, like your parents, you know, your teachers always tell you how dangerous the internet is. There's no way you really put yourself out there 100%. I used to put a little bit more, like maybe a 90%, but then I don't think I put everything out there because if you put everything out there, what is there left to offer?
Right. And you need your own privacy also lah.
Yeah. If I leave a little bit more space for them to find out more, I think I can stay a little bit more relevant longer.
So I recently see that you have been doing a lot of different content such as library streams. So tell us more about it. Why do you do it?
I was like looking at YouTube and then I saw this Korean streamer like studying and like streaming at the same time. He have like 1,000 views and some of them have 4,000 views on YouTube, you know.
Wow.
They was not talking, not doing anything and just studying. I guess that this can be the next thing. It was a bit scary to stream that way at first because I need to talk a lot. I was thinking, what if I just don't talk? What if I've been giving too much? And then I was getting more followers. Then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stop talking.
Okay. So that was a sudden change in content and it actually garners some new viewerships and followers.
Yeah.
So what's the craziest thing, and I'm pretty sure everybody's very curious, that you have ever done on stream before?
The craziest thing that I've ever done on stream is to cook a chicken in a flower pot. It was so much trouble. It took me half a day and then it started to rain.
Okay.
Yeah, like finally I managed to start a fire and then there was a thunderstorm. And then I start to like pray to the thunder god, like please don't rain, but it still did.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. I don't think I will ever get to say that I ever did that in my lifetime. So how have you evolved as a content creator over the years?
I think that you can't learn if you don't make mistakes, you know. You're forced in this space whereby you have to be worse and be completely like eliminate from this industry game or that you just evolve and then you stay in the game, you know. Like example, if I got banned from Twitch or whatever, then I would think that is this the end, like is this how it is? So I can either choose to be really salty and go like, oh, it's not fair, or that I can choose to not like make the same mistake.
Oh, you were ever banned from Twitch before?
Yeah, I would say quite a bit.
Huh? More than once?
Yeah, I guess I'm not exactly the most wholesome person, but I try to be, okay?
You try to be. So were you working full-time before you started streaming, and what were the professions you've been in?
Okay, so before I started streaming, I was only like streaming on every Friday, you know? Just like every Singaporean that ever want to start streaming, they will not go full time because they feel it's like they don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
They don't know how the industry works. They don't know how to make money. And it's very scary, you know, to do that. So I was actually working in like sales, marketing, and now I just really wanted to go out there and work first.
So what got you into streaming then? Like how do you know about streaming?
So my dad actually got like a digital camera, you know. So I realized that I love to talk to the camera every time when I'm sad or happy. But that was before there was even internet, just a digital camera. So yeah, I realized that I like to express myself through art, and the camera was just very natural for me. But there was no YouTube.
Okay, so you were vlogging before YouTube even happened.
I was
Wow.
just talking on the camera because I feel better like each time I talk to the camera.
Okay, so it's like your diary but in a video form. So what was that big moment that made you realize that you're going to do this full time?
Talking about the big moment that I wanted to do this like full time makes me really emotional.
Why?
It was like that day that my ex-boss asked me to leave.
Oh, your job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like crying.
Oh my, oh. Pause, we need tissue.
It was that moment that I was asked to leave. I felt that I just don't belong anywhere, you know. And then I thought of Twitch, like I thought of streaming, because I realized that maybe this is where I belong, because I'm sure the internet person, you know, I like to stay home. And I did play like video games also.
But at the time when you were let off, were you already starting to stream? Like you were saying, like every Friday you were streaming?
Yes, I was already streaming, but it always comes at the back of my mind. Whenever I see like my stream and then I see like some full-time streamers, I just always ask myself this question is, if I was to do this full-time, would it be more productive? Will I be able to give more result? You know what I mean? Because I felt that I gave a lot of time to my work, but then I'm thinking like, what if I focus this energy and everything on my stream? Like, would I actually be able to make it? So I give myself like a time frame of 2 years.
Well, this is something that I've realized a lot of streamers do. They give themselves a time frame to see whether they can make it within this period of time, and if they can, then they will officially go full time, right?
Yeah.
But at that time, were you earning a decent enough money to actually sustain yourself to then move on into full time streaming?
When I first started, it's just that on a good day, right, there will be someone that give you like $100 dollars of donations, and then like sometimes there might be people who like subscribe to you. And back then when I first started, there was no such thing as gift sub, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, it was pure like really subscribe like one
Everyone
by one.
can
Yeah, it's
only
really
subscribe.
one by one.
Okay.
My income was on the lower side, so it was not really like stable like, to be really honest.
So as a Singaporean, does your parents actually approve your career choices?
Of course not. No parents will approve this type of career. As in like, it's very rare, especially most of our parents coming from Asia is very traditional. Study, get a degree, you know,
to work in the office.
Yeah, after that get married,
Right.
buy a flat,
Right.
BTO, and then save up, retire. You know what I mean? It's like the standard plan, you know, like it's the standard Singaporean plan, right?
Right.
For me to do something that is so different and they don't even know what's streaming, it was really, really hard to persuade them that I know what I'm doing. On their perspective, it's like I'm just doing it like out of being impulsive, just not planning and not being responsible for my future.
So would you say that streaming is a sustainable career in Singapore?
I won't say that it's very sustainable if you don't know how the entertainment industry works. When people like ask about streaming or even like YouTube or all those, right, they'll just think that as long as there's a camera, as long as you look nice, and then you're going to make money. But if you have that kind of mentality, you make money only very temporary, you know, like it's just like very temporary, because you're only using that one thing that you think that is going to make money.
So it's short-lived money.
Yeah. But then if you're someone like who see the streaming thing, and then you see yourself as a entertainment product, right? And then you study like how people behave to you, you know, marketing.
Okay.
So then you can say in this, like you can eventually know how to sustain. I think it's like, you know, running a business. So then I would just see myself in that way. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Isn't that like one of the cons of being a streamer in Singapore?
Okay, unfortunately, yes.
Right. We don't know who's our neighbors, and like we are always at home. Would you say that streaming is a rewarding career apart from financial factors?
Besides being like financially beneficial, right? The best thing about streaming is it allows me to be creative, and I also made a lot of good friends from streaming, and it also allows me to learn in terms of content creating and things like that.
So it's beneficial as like you manage to make good friends, you even learn stuff throughout your journey, and you can express yourself. Well, that's quite rewarding.
It's because like streaming itself, it is a bit like television and everything, but it's more easy to do, easy to start at your own home and things like that.
When it comes to streaming, you have so much freedom because you are your own director, you are your own producer, you are your own scriptwriter, and you are your own cast, like your own talent in the stream itself. So you have so much freedom to do whatever you want, right?
If you really want to like make this like a long-term thing, right? So you really have to see this in the production view, you know?
Right. So do you think streaming as a career is for everyone, and do you have any advice to give smaller streamers who aspire to do this full time?
I think that streaming could be for everybody, but the question is like, are they interested in it? That's another question, right? So if they have the mentality that they want to stream, but if they only stream for the money but they're not passionate about being creative and things like that, it's gonna be a struggle. I won't say that they can't be a streamer, but they won't like make it far because it requires you to be creative, and you have to try your best to be original in order to stand out, to even have an audience in the first place.
Right. So why do you say that you're a top streamer in Singapore, and what defines top streamer? Is it in viewers or income?
I would say that I'm the top streamer in terms of experience. Like I would say that I don't have a day that I will not have audience. Like I'm that confident. It's the same thing as someone who is in the entertainment industry for a while. Like I got the numbers because it's over time like I built. And in terms of the numbers, it's because I do check my stack like regularly to make sure that I don't fall behind like too much.
Okay. So where do you think most of your viewers come from, and how do you think you actually managed to gather an international following?
So most of my viewers actually came from America.
Wow.
But then it's because I target them. Like I actually said to my chat like directly that I targeted Americans from the very beginning, because like I always have this like passion in marketing in general. So I went to check like most of the audience on Twitch are like 80% male, and also like most of them are from America, and the second highest is Germany. 4 years ago there was not a lot of Twitch users in Singapore. I mean there are, but then I feel that the growth will be a lot slower. So I was thinking that I shouldn't think of trying to make content in Singapore. I should think of trying to make content on Twitch. So I was very focused on trying to understand Twitch.
So what is your biggest donation that you've ever received at one go, and what was it for?
I think it was $3,000 because I needed a PC.
Oh my god, and someone just straight up donated the PC to you, the amount that you needed for the PC. Wow. So when people actually donate you these huge amounts, do you think that they actually want something in return for these donations?
I think that everybody does. Like if you donate to a stream, like would you expect the person to be like poker face?
That's kind of true.
I feel that people, they expect a certain kind of reaction, and that reaction, right, is already what they are purchasing for.
So here's the last question, and we made it until here. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Married and very pregnant.
Wow.
I think by that time I'll have my third kid already.
Wow. Are you like halfway through your first? Not yet, right?
I'm trying.
You're trying.
I'm like trying and like praying for the right guy. And
Oh, so you don't even have a guy, but you're trying by yourself, or? How do you try if you don't have a guy?
I'm just saying like in 5 years.
In 5 years.
Yeah, 5
Okay,
years.
okay.
5 years, like anything can happen.
Will Twitch still be in your life in the next 5 years, or you just want to retire and...
I can't tell. It's just like I did not expect myself to be a streamer for so long. But okay, so I'm actually looking into like maybe start a business.
Ooh.
Maybe like, you know, just do something that is simple and chill. But then like streaming, I don't know because I'm always like evolving, you know?
Right.
So like maybe like back then I might cater to like people who don't mind to watch like, you know, auntie streamer.
Right.
I mean I never know.
Yeah.
I think I can make anything work. So like when people say like you can't do this forever, I'm like, really? Like, what if I can like rebrand like anything? Because I love marketing.
So thank you so much for watching Life of a Streamer, and thank you Kiaraa Kitty for joining us. You can find out more about Kiaraa Kitty in the description box below, and also do subscribe to us and check out more of our Life of a Streamer episodes here. We'll see you next time. Bye bye!